National headlines, especially lately. Police in Connecticut have arrested a 12-year-old girl after they say she was relentlessly picking on another 13-year-old girl in her class. Investigators say the victim was taunted, harassed, pushed, and school officials tried to handle the problem, but the bullying continued. Police stepped in because they say the victim told her parents she was contemplating suicide. Bullying can be a huge problem for kids, and it can have some very long-lasting effects. Victims of bullying are often scared to go to the school, ride the bus, or even be alone in the hallways. So October is marking National Bullying Prevention Month. So we are welcoming Jim Clark from Daniel to shed some light on this very important issue. Thank you so much for joining us.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's hard to think about her telling her parents she's contemplating suicide. You never want it to get to that point. What are some signs for parents before such a big red flag to know that maybe my child is having some issues at school?
Well, of course, we always want to make sure parents are spending the time to talk to their children. But in particular, when you start to see kids avoiding things like, I don't want to go to school, or I don't want to go to the bus stop, or can you take me? You see an unusual amount of anxiousness. Perhaps they're losing. I can remember my own son suddenly. He was only 5 years old, and he wasn't bringing his toys back. Well, another boy was kind of bullying him, and he was taking his toys from him. When you see some of those kind of behaviors, it's a good time to have a conversation, break it out. And I say all the time, when we have months like this, take advantage of it. It's a great time to have a discussion with your children.
I know another part of it is, what do I do if I find out my child is being bullied? Because, of course, as a parent, you're going to be angry.
Yeah, you're right.
How are you going to handle it?
You got to be very careful. Of course, you don't want to become like we saw a couple of years ago, where the parent came in and had a fight and eventually was convicted themselves. One of the things you want to do is, again, make sure you listen to your child. And indeed, in the school system, in Duval County in particular, they have a hotline. And any parent can call that. It's 904, of course, 390-CALL, 390-CALL. That's 225. And you can make a complaint or indicate that you have some concerns. And there's also a website. Duval County Schools has a no-tolerance bully. Every teacher has been trained. Every administrator has been trained. So if you think your child is being bullied, the first thing is take it to the principal, vice principal, school disciplinarian. Start there first. But then again, make sure you talk to your child.
Let's talk about if your child isn't being bullied, but they see it. How do you talk to them about, should I step in, Mom? Should I just stand back and let this child be, my classmate, get picked on?
I think this is an excellent thing. I tell everybody, you want your child to marry someone great, right? You want them to grow up with good compassion, good empathy. Well, you start now by talking about what you can do if you see someone else who's in distress. Honey, well, maybe you can take them out of that situation. Tell them, Mr. Jones wants to see you, and take them out of that situation. Don't be an audience. One of the big things that happens often is that kids will sit there and kind of laugh and be a part of that. You don't want to be a part of that, honey, do you? The other thing that I tell parents to do is talk to kids about questions. How would you feel if you were in that situation? Be a friend to the child who is being bullied. But the big thing is, make sure you have a discussion about it. Give them some opportunities, because we want to create emotional intelligence so kids are strong inside and outside. And this is a great opportunity this month to talk about that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us. If you'd like more information about bullying, you can go to danielkids.org, and you can also find information on our website, which is news4jax.com. U.S.